Here's Breakout Investing with your host, Ken Shreve.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing. My name is Ken Shreve. I write the Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter, a new newsletter launched at TFNN in late April. More on that in a moment. My radio show, just as a reminder, airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm on Channel 1 and Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN.com. You can also get my show anytime on iTunes. And another way to listen, probably the most convenient, is you can listen to all TFNN programming, for that matter, on your smartphone just by typing in tfnn.mobi in your mobile phone browser, and you can get the stream that way as well. As I mentioned, I do write Ultimate Growth Stocks. That's a newsletter at tfnn.com. I do a weekly update every Tuesday, so my latest update went out earlier today. I send out email buy alerts, email sell alerts, market updates in between each weekly update. As you might imagine, I've been pretty busy with the model portfolio in recent weeks, even though we haven't seen technically good follow-through in the major averages yet. Things certainly look a lot better than they have in the past. So I have been nibbling here and there. I've actually made 8 new initiations over the past 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks or so, thanks to recent strength in the market. Very happy with the way the model portfolio has been performing lately. Some good outperformance. Turning to the market today, we've got another good day taking shape. And speaking of follow through, I suppose we could get one even today. It's still a little early to say. Volume, during the summertime, not that convincing, but right now we have the Dow up about 140 points. That's 1.2% to 12,184. The NASDAQ up nearly 38 points, 1.4% to 2726, and the S&P 500 up nearly 16 points, 1.2% to 1296. So typically when you get a follow-through day, and again, I learned to recognize follow-through days during my years at Investors Business Daily, learning the market from Bill O'Neill, but typically a follow-through day, you want to see a minimum gain of 1.5% to 2%, and you'd like to see some good volume behind the percentage gain as well. Now, we are in the summertime. It's typically a low volume time for the market. Right now, volume is tracking pretty close to Monday's levels. Monday's levels were not very high. NASDAQ volume on Monday was below average at 1.72 billion shares. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange was also below average, right around 830 million shares. So where we stand right now, about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. Volume is tracking pretty close to those levels. Again, we've been trading real strong all day, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a finish near the highs, and if buyers do come in late, wouldn't be surprised to see volume eventually come in higher than Monday, but we'll see how it plays out. The bottom line is that my growth screens are looking a lot better than they have in recent weeks. So even though technically we haven't seen follow through yet in the market, and even if we do sort of get a middling ho-hum percentage gain today of 1.4, 1.5%. Again, a follow-through day really should convey unequivocal strength, and there should be good volume. Even if volume does rise from Monday's levels, it's not likely it's going to be, well over 2 billion shares, for example, on the NASDAQ. So we could see a mild follow-through day today, but the bottom line is that my growth screens have certainly perked up in recent weeks, and that is why I've been putting money to work in my model portfolio and getting some good outperformance. Let's take a look at some other news today. We have gold up 0.3% to $1,500.20 an ounce. It's amazing how sort of gold and silver have taken a back seat while a lot of growth stocks have started to move and individual equity names have started to move. We'll take a look at the GLD, the Spider Gold Trust. That's currently up 0.3% to 146.17. You can see it fell below its 50-day moving average last week. Looks to me like gold is getting a little tired here. If the dollar continues to strengthen, the dollar has been under pressure for a couple days in a row now as the market has rallied. So it looks like gold could be getting a little tired here. I think the chances for more downside probably outweigh the chances for more upside from here, but we'll see how that how that all plays out. Gold certainly likes to move with the dollar. When the dollar's weak, gold tends to do well. When the dollar's strong, it does not do very well. So that's where we're at with gold. Crude oil today settled at $92.89 a barrel. That's up 2.5% on the day. And we'll take a look at what the dollar is doing, and we can do that by taking a look at the UUP, which is the Power Shares Deutsche Bank U.S. Dollar Index Bullish Fund. See the UUP is down 0.4% today to 2144, sitting just above its 50-day moving average. So my take on the general market. Well, as I just said, my growth screens are looking much better. I'm really taking what the market is giving me at this point. We are currently day 7 of a rally attempt for the Nasdaq. Let me go ahead and put a chart of the Nasdaq back up for those of you watching on Tiger TV, Channel 1 on the homepage of TFNN.com. We are currently day 7 of a rally attempt for the Nasdaq. Still no follow-through. We could get one today, so we'll keep our fingers crossed there. The Nasdaq's rally started on June 20th, and again, we're 7 days into a rally attempt today. Nasdaq, it did not look good when it recently undercut its 200-day moving average, but you can see it's been back above that longer-term support level for several days now. We take a look at the S&P 500 as well, and the S&P 500 also continues to act well, and we'll pull that up here. The rally in the S&P 500 actually has been going on for 9 days. So we're day 9 of a rally attempt for the S&P 500. The rally for the S&P 500 started on June 16th. Still no follow-through there either, but the bottom line, I've mentioned in recent weeks that my growth screens are really the ultimate barometer, really the ultimate guide for telling me when to be in the market and when to be out of the market. If my growth screens are yielding a lot of technically damaged stocks, that's basically saying, stay on the sidelines, wait for new setups to take shape. And again, in recent weeks, the setups have started to take shape, and it's ironic. The name of my show is Breakout Investing. I started the show in late April, and pretty much ever since the launch of the show, I've been trying to put a positive spin on the market, even though there was just a lot of selling and a lot of stocks acting poorly. I really couldn't be overly active with my model portfolio, but I was patient. I was just kind of listening to what the market was telling me on a daily basis, and right now it is telling me to continue to nibble at stocks. Still not making big bets at this point because we still have this Greece overhang. Of course, the austerity measures that were recently approved by the IMF and European Union, that's going to be voted on tomorrow and Thursday in Greece. So a lot of good news could be, priced into a positive vote out of Greece. But that is certainly what's on the market's mind right now. And also don't forget about second quarter earnings season, which is fast approaching. I think another reason the market could be acting well here is in anticipation of pretty good second quarter numbers. Again, oil prices down around $92, $93 a barrel. That's only going to be good news for especially a lot of these industrial companies that that do care, believe me, where oil prices are. Lower oil prices should help corporate earnings going forward. So if there's a perception among CEOs that oil prices are probably going to stay, generally where they're at for the time being, that could result in some pretty decent outlooks for the third quarter and fourth quarter this year. So I'm optimistic about a good second quarter earnings season, and we'll see how it shapes up. But the bottom line right now, market acting much better. Buy opportunities are out there, and I've been taking advantage of them with my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter and model portfolio. Economic news, really not much news today. The Conference Board came out with its latest reading on consumer confidence. It fell to 58.5 from a prior reading of 61.7. That was a bigger drop than expected, so even more impressive that the market is acting the way it is today. Meanwhile, home prices rose in 13 of the 20 cities tracked by the Standard & Poor's Case-Shiller Home Price Index, according to the April report released earlier today. Washington, D.C. saw the biggest price increases, followed by San Francisco, Atlanta, and Seattle. Still don't like the home builders here. and we'll leave it at that. Elsewhere, French Finance Minister Christine Lagarde was selected Tuesday as the next managing director of the International Monetary Fund for a 5-year term starting in early July. Obviously, she is taking a very busy job, and but she's well qualified, and I'm sure she'll do great. Let's take a look at some earnings reports today. I want to pull up a chart of Nike, because this was really the big story in the market today. Shares of Nike were recently trading around $89.91. That's up just about 10% on the day. So Nike having a really good day. There were some margin issues for Nike, but obviously investors are cheering the report. Stock showed some good technical action today, clearing some resistance at 86.53, right over in this area here. Good acceleration in earnings and sales growth in the most recent quarter, with earnings up 17% from a year ago to $1.24 a share, and sales up 14% to nearly $6 billion. Earlier today, Chief Executive Mark Parker said the company's goal to generate $27 billion in sales by 2015 is ahead of schedule. So big day for Nike. Shares were recently trading around $89.91, up over 10%. There were some sort of fallout from Nike earnings. Under Armour is having a really good day. We'll pull up a chart of Under Armour. This is sort of a similar play to Nike. We'll take a look at Under Armour here. This is a stock that I really like. I think that Under Armour, despite a big move in recent weeks, still could be in the early stages of a pretty good price move. Shares of Under Armour were recently trading around $77.47, up 4%. And you can see a good base taking shape here with Under Armour. Stock started consolidating gains several weeks ago. It's starting to retest its former high, so a good base taking shape here. And we've seen a lot of breakouts over the past several days, and Under Armour might also deliver one in coming days. So this is a good one for the watch list. Also related to Nike, some of its top retail customers also doing well today. Foot Locker, ticker FL, recently up 1.6% to $24.29. Dick's Sporting Goods up 2.8% to $38.49. That's DKS. And Finish Line, FINL, up 1.5% or so to $21.72. Let's also take a look at Accenture as we wind down and head into the first break. Wanted to take a look at Accenture. This is a stock that I've written about recently. News today, the stock is up big, up nearly 4% to $59.98. Stock was added to the S&P 500, so good day for Accenture. Take a look at its weekly chart. A good solid breakout over resistance at 58.20. Again, shares at 59.77. I don't think the train has left the station yet on this one yet. So Accenture, a high-quality company with good fundamentals. When we come back, folks, I will go over some more gainers, a few decliners, not many, but we'll be right back.
Tiger University's Tiger Trading Tracks is your blueprint to building a solid foundation of comprehensive trading tools. An in-depth educational program, Tiger Trading Tracks features a step-by-step process for understanding the markets and creating success strategies for your trading. The Tiger Trading Track journey will prepare you to adapt and develop a personal trading and investing strategy that will perform best for you. While you can't control the markets you trade, a Tiger Trading Tracks education will allow you to understand your personal trading and investing needs and what markets are best suited for you. Now is the time for you to travel your path to financial independence. Follow your Tiger Trading Track to trading and investment success. Go to tigeruniversity.com and click on Tiger Trading Track in the navigation bar. Choose the course that most interests you and begin your education today.
Direction shares leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of tfnn.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The Burnstone Mine is a low-cost, long-life, shallow mine that is a company builder, and the Hollister Mine is one of the world's highest-grade ore bodies being mined today. Burnstone offers a huge re-rating potential by producing in the 4th quarter, and Hollister represents a tremendous and very exciting exploration opportunity. With annual production of 165,000 ounces of gold in 2010, 260,000 in 2011, and 330,000 ounces of gold in 2012, Great Basin is poised to become a leading mid-tier gold producer. Great Basin Gold has resources of over 13 million ounces, exceptional organic growth potential at its current mines, and greenfield operations in Tanzania and Mozambique. Great Basin has strong management and a commitment to deliver exceptional value and cash flow to its shareholders while acting responsibly toward its surrounding communities. To find out more about Great Basin Gold, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the American Stock Exchange, symbol GBG.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing. Ken Shreve with you for the next 35 minutes or so. You know, we've been mentioning in recent weeks that right on the homepage of TFNN.com, you can look on the carousel over on the left-hand side of the page where it says Win Free Silver. Well, every day, every business day, I should say, between now and Labor Day, we are giving away a free, beautiful silver coin. It's called the Great Panther Summer Silver giveaway, and every day we're announcing a drawing. We just tried to make contact with today's winner, Alan Power, who lives in Ireland. Good example of the growing reach of the TFNN listening audience, but Alan wasn't near his phone, but he is today's winner, Alan Power from Ireland. And just a reminder, every day on the homepage of TFNN.com, the Great Panther Summer Silver giveaway. Register at TFNN.com for a chance to win. It's absolutely free, and it's a beautiful silver coin. And Alan, if you're listening to this, give us a call at 877-927-6648. Okay, so Great Panther Summer Silver giveaway. Okay, back to the market. Let's see where we're at here. Still holding the gains. The Dow up about 127 points, just over 1% to 12,170. NASDAQ outperforming, up 36 points, 1.3% to 2724, and the S&P 500 up 14 points, 1.1% to 1294. Again, volume during the summertime, it's not us volume watchers. It's not going to be at the levels that we want it to be during the summer doldrums, but right now, volume on the NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange tracking very close to Monday's levels. Again, there were 1.72 billion shares traded on the NASDAQ on Monday. That was below average. NYSE volume yesterday was also below average at 830 million shares, so it looks like volume even if it does end up being higher, it still could be a below average session. So not to matter though, because like I said, a lot of stocks are working out there. Also wanted to take a look at Apple. Let's take a look at Apple because there was some news out of the stock today. You know, I'm really not a big fan of Apple here. I know that is blasphemy to many ears, but shares of Apple today up recently around 1% to $335.22 a share. Apple may release a lower-end iPhone as well as a new iPhone in September, according to an analyst report. But again, you can see Apple, recently trading around $335.21, still having problem at its 10-week moving average. This flat out just looks like a tired stock to me. If investors were really encouraged about its earnings prospects, I would expect this stock to start rallying at some point. At this point, it can't get out of its own way. That's the bottom line. So there's a chance they report blowout earnings again. They've made it a habit of doing that in recent quarters. So we'll see what their earnings report looks like in late July. But I just don't think the stock is acting right at all here. So that's what's going on with Apple. Meanwhile, Visa and MasterCard outperforming today after Jefferies started coverage of both firms with a buy rating. Shares of Visa were recently trading around 2% higher to 75.36. I think I have a chart of Visa here. We can take a quick look. I like to use weekly charts when I take a look at a stock. Technically, it just kind of gives me a longer term perspective, and it also tends to smooth out day-to-day volatility. And of course, we are in volatile markets these days. So here's a look at Visa. Still technically in a bit of trouble here, below key moving averages like the 10-week moving average and the 40-week moving average. Right now, it's about 8% off its high. I have to say, I like MasterCard a lot better. Again, Visa and MasterCard both upgraded today by Jefferies. Actually, Jefferies started coverage with a buy rating, but I like MasterCard a lot better. So let's take a look at MasterCard, and I like MasterCard simply because of its stronger technical picture at this point. Now, Visa selling at $75 a share, MasterCard selling at around $277. People tend to go with the cheaper stock, but all things being equal, you're generally better off going with the more expensive stock. Again, shares of MasterCard recently trading around $278.73, again up about 2%. This stock is just flat out showing price strength in the market. It's trying to get back up get back above its 10-week moving average, but technically MasterCard just looks much healthier right now than Visa. So if you're looking at either of these stocks, I'd be careful with Visa. I'm more interested in MasterCard because of the relative price strength it's showing in the market. Technically, it just it looks a lot better. Quickly, shares of Microsoft are showing signs of life. Shares popped 3.7% on Monday, another 1% today on hopes the company will be able to boost top-line growth by extending its software dominance to the growing cloud sector. Microsoft is putting its Office software suite into an online format so that customers can access it from a variety of devices. We'll be right back, folks.
Tiger University and Bud Rolfs are pleased to announce Bud's new course, The Challenge of Channels, June 29th at TFNN.com. In Bud's previous Tiger University webinar on the power of PTRs, Bud unlocked the visible horizontal forces of support and resistance called primary trading ranges. Now, he adds the all-important visible diagonal forces of support and resistance called channels. Together, they can give you a comprehensive vision and understanding of the price movement never before possible. Stop flying blind in the fog of the marketplace. What good is a blank chart without the roads marked for you? With the knowledge that Bud gives you in this Challenge of Channels webinar, you'll go from lost and staring at a blank map to drawing the map on likely future stock price moves. Make the best investment possible, an investment for you. Go to TFNN.com at the carousel. Click the Challenge of Channels. TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The Burnstone Mine is a low-cost, long-life, shallow mine that is a company builder, and the Hollister Mine is one of the world's highest-grade ore bodies being mined today. Burnstone offers a huge re-rating potential by producing in the 4th quarter, and Hollister represents a tremendous and very exciting exploration opportunity. With annual production of 165,000 ounces of gold in 2010, 260,000 in 2011, and 330,000 ounces of gold in 2012, Great Basin is poised to become a leading mid-tier gold producer. Great Basin Gold has resources of over 13 million ounces, exceptional organic growth potential at its current mines, and greenfield operations in Tanzania and Mozambique. Great Basin has strong management and a commitment to deliver exceptional value and cash flow to its shareholders while acting responsibly toward its surrounding communities. To find out more about Great Basin Gold, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the American Stock Exchange, symbol GBG.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway. Starting Tuesday, June 21st through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
Welcome back, folks. Ken Shreve with you. Breakout Investing on the TFNN radio network. I haven't mentioned the phone number to use very much today. I tend to do that. I shouldn't, but the number to use to get through is 877-927-6648, 877-927-6648. I want to go to Dominic right now in Fort Worth, Texas. How's it going, Dominic?
And greetings, Ken. I enjoy your show, and I love your analysis for Tuesday and Thursday. You seem to be really on things. What I wanted to ask you, IYR, the Real Estate Investment Trust, and the financials, they don't appear to be participating. What's your thought on that at the moment?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I get asked, by a lot of people about the financials, the home builders, and you mentioned the IYR, which is an ETF that tracks it corresponds to the Dow Jones U.S. Real Estate Index, and looking at its weekly chart, and again, this is the IYR. Let me just go ahead and pull it up real quick for people watching Tiger TV. It's definitely kind of been a sluggish performer, and what's unfortunate is that for people that are in this fund right now, when there are so many things moving in the market right now, I mean, this is a chance of potentially having some dead money, which you want to be aware of. So, my short answer is that I'm not a big fan of IYR here, especially when I'm seeing so many stocks across a variety of different sectors that are, breaking out to new highs and showing, frankly, much stronger technical pictures at this point than IYR.
Would you be buying breakouts here? Because it appears a lot of stuff is in latter stage, as IBD confesses.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, like I said, I've made probably 7 or 8 new initiations in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio, Dominic. Some I've bought off of the 10-week moving average. Others have been breakouts. So, of course, I'm hoping that the breakouts are going to have staying power, just like I hope that this recent rally in the market is going to, give us at least 5 to 7% more from current levels. If that happens, some of these breakouts should be able to give me good, 15, 20% gains, hopefully. So I'm not convinced yet that the breakouts are going to work. They're working right now, so I'm just, I'm taking what the market gives me, and it's really all about watching price and volume going forward. If in coming days, if things in Greece don't work out the way people are expecting, or you start to see some distribution come up in the market again, recent breakouts that I've bought, I have to keep on a tight leash. But over the past week, 7 to 10 days, I've had some pretty big movers. They're working right now. There's no reason for me to sell them yet.
And you're treading lightly, in other words. Hey, Ken, thank you so much, and continue the analysis and good review.
Oh, I appreciate it, Dominic. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Dominic asking about the IYR, iShares Dow Jones U.S. Real Estate ETF. Good yield with this fund at 3.5%. Technically, I'm just not sure that this is an ETF that works in this type of market environment. It's on the plus side. It came down to its 40-week moving average. It is starting to firm up there, so it's trying to make a case it's hit a near-term bottom. But again, you're talking about just sluggish price performance here. I'm much more prone to target stocks in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio that are showing relative price strength in the market. That's the bottom line right now. All right, just wanted to take a look at some gainers today as we head into a break. Let's quickly take a look at Hansen Natural. This is another stock that I get asked a lot about. Now, Hansen Natural, what I will say about this stock is that it does have a lot of characteristics that I like to see and a lot of characteristics that I like to target for stocks in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. Stock was recently up another 1.5% or so today to 80.21, but you can see this is a classic example of an extended stock. Okay, I'm going to talk about extended stocks sometimes just more as for educational purposes to remind listeners that it's very dangerous to buy extended stocks that have made a huge price run in recent months. As Dominic said, there are a lot of extended names out there, so you got to be careful. Hansen Natural is one of them, despite excellent fundamentals. We'll be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. Ken Shreve with you. Breakout Investing on the TFNN radio network. A reminder, my show airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm also the editor of Ultimate Growth Stocks, a stock market newsletter that is updated every Tuesday for subscribers with email, buy alerts, and sell alerts in between. Before we went to break, I was talking about Hansen Natural, a stock with a lot of fundamental qualities that I like to see. A very well-run company with a proven track record of execution. Of course, they're most known for their Monster energy drink, but the bottom line is that this is a stock that is flat out extended in price. It doesn't mean that it can't go higher from here, but if you're thinking about buying it for the first time, I think it's just an ill-advised buy, which is why I currently don't own it in my model portfolio. You know, I may want to at some point, but I'd like to see a base form. I'd like to see it consolidate gains and take a breather before I consider doing that. So what stocks are still within range? What stocks are moving Tuesday that still look pretty good? Well, let's take a look at Fastenal. That's ticker FAST. On the NASDAQ, Fastenal having a good day. Now you can see the decidedly different look to Fastenal's chart compared to Hansen Natural that we just looked at. Shares of Fastenal were recently up around 4% to 35.38. This is a company that operates about 2,500 construction supply stores. Really solid top line and bottom line growth in recent quarters. Again, fundamentals matter to me. I'm not just a guy that buys you know, momentum stocks that are going up, and away. I really start with fundamentals first and make sure that there's a good growth story in place, make sure return on equity is high. I have a little fundamental checklist that I go through and really demand that every stock meets that criteria. So this is a look at Fastenal. You can see a good solid breakout today. I suspect this stock is still within buying range. It cleared some resistance today at 34.87. Again, shares trading around 35.50. So it's not extended. Okay, I consider a stock extended when it moves, maybe 4 or 5% past a last swing point. So the last swing point for Fastenal would be 34.87. Shares around 35.50. So I don't think the train has left the station yet. So when I talked to Dominic in Fort Worth a few minutes ago, last segment, he asked me, so he said, Ken, you've been buying breakouts in recent days. Do you feel comfortable doing that in this type of market environment? Well, yeah, it's actually a good question, because on the one hand, we're 7 days into a rally attempt for the NASDAQ, 9 days into a rally attempt for the S&P 500, and we still technically haven't seen follow-through. So I'm probably breaking the rules a little bit by buying stocks, but again, my screens are just giving me a lot of good opportunities. So I'm going to hope that they work. A lot of them continue to work. They've been working for several days. So, but I can't say. I mean, I don't know how this election in Greece, or this vote, I should say, in Greece, is going to work out on Wednesday and Thursday. Obviously, the market's expecting good news, but who knows? You never know what can happen. So, really, just taking breakouts on a day-by-day basis here, and the market, the charts, individual stock charts out there are telling me to buy, so that's what I'm doing. All right, let's go to Joe in Boston. Wants to talk Amazon. How's it going, Joe?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Hey, before we get to Amazon, can I just ask you a quick question?
Sure.
With your years at IBD, I know that during the summer with the volume being kind of light, they'll sometimes give a follow-through day when there's not a lot of volume behind it. If you get the percentage gains, historically, does that kind of mean that it's only going to be maybe a tradable rally?
I would say that is the short answer is that is going to be the case. In other words, I think that right now I think there's a pretty good chance. A lot of the charts in the market are telling me that this recent rally that we've seen, even though with the S&P 500 it's still around its 200-day moving average, NASDAQ not that far above its 200-day moving average. I think we can continue to see more strength as investors bet on a pretty decent earnings season. Right. But that said, is it going to launch a 20 to 30% rally? At this point, I have to say no. But I tend, Joe, not to pull out my crystal ball too much because, right. And that's another thing we kind of, talk a lot about when I was with Investors Business Daily. Don't try to predict things. But right. I suspect we're going to get a good tradable rally here. I think this right. Between now and the end of the year, there's still going to be, it's going to be a headline-driven market where, we could see some selling in between. But, right now things look okay, so we're just kind of riding the wave, as it were.
Right. So this base in Amazon looks pretty good.
Yeah, Amazon looks swell. I actually mentioned this one in my weekly update earlier today. Typically in my weekly updates, I'll give a watch list of stocks and then just update current holdings. But I did talk about Amazon. It got a favorable analyst mention yesterday, but good fundamentals here and definitely a good base taking shape. Basically, just watching 206.39, which was its high, I don't know, about 6-7 weeks ago. But this is another stock that is kind of flexing its muscle, as you know, Joe, and saying, if this market continues to head higher, I'm going to participate and most likely outperform right along right. with it. So I like Amazon.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks, Ken.
All right, Joe, take care. All right, that's Joe asking about Amazon, and this is another good chart, typical of a stock that I target for ultimate growth stocks. I tend not to look at stocks that are 20, 30, 40% off their highs. I'm more interested in stocks, typically that are at least within 5 or 10% of a high. Amazon showing price strength in the market here, with market conditions improving. This is another one that could work. Anytime a stock goes through a swing point, you'd like to see it do it with volume, and that is sort of the wild card right now that some callers have talked about. We're in the summertime. Even if you look at Amazon recently, there was some decent volume in the stock yesterday on the favorable analyst mention, but volume was just barely above average. Stock is up again today, but volume looks pretty light. In fact, most of its recent price gains have been in below average volume. So Amazon looking pretty good here. Let's quickly take a look at Colfax. That's ticker CFX. This is a little-known company, but what they do is they make pumps, fluid handling equipment for the oil and gas and power industries. This is another good example of a base breakout that is currently taking shape. For those of you watching on Tiger TV, again, this is a weekly chart. You can see some tight weekly closes here as the stock is coming close to coming out of this consolidation. I think this one is still within range as well. Shares recently trading around 24.42, just above a swing point of 24. So I don't think the train has left the station here yet. They recently raised their earnings outlook, so Colfax is another stock acting well in this market. We'll be right back, folks.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Vista Gold. For more information, just click the Vista Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Ken Shreve with you, Breakout Investing on the TFNN radio network. You know, I was just looking over the past 6 trading sessions for the NASDAQ. 4 of those days we've been up. And on those 4 up days, we've pretty much finished at the session high on each of those days, and it looks like that is going to be the case today as well, with about 5 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. The Dow up 135 points. That's 1.1% to 12,176. NASDAQ outperforming, up 1.4% to 2725, and the S&P 500 up 15 points, 1.2% to 1295. So it looks like a strong close taking shape. Again, volume looks like it's going to come in pretty close to Monday's levels, maybe slightly higher. We'll have to see how that all shakes out by the close. Let's take a look at one more stock that's acting well. I have Commvault Systems up on the screen, channel 1 in Tiger TV. Shares were recently up 3% to 43.52. Dell has been mentioned as a frequent suitor of Commvault. Again, that's rumor, speculation. I really don't pay much attention to that, but it has been out there that Dell may be interested in buying Commvault Systems. The company is a provider of data and information management software applications. Stock is, again, this is just another example of a stock that, this is not a perfect consolidation, a bit of not the most attractive base, but it is another example of a breakout. There's a little bit of volume in Commvault Systems today. It cleared a swing point today of 42.30. Again, shares recently trading around 43.56, only about 3% or so past that swing point. So another stock that could still be in the early stages of a nice move here. So plenty of stocks breaking out from consolidation areas. That is the bottom line, a positive. Of course, you'd like to see volume as strong as possible. That has been the case in some cases, but in other cases not. So any breakouts that I'm buying, of course, I'm watching closely. Don't want to get complacent. I know from years of experience that when you start feeling really smart about picking stocks, that's often the time the market can come in and bite you. So it's not like you buy a breakout and just forget about it. You watch price and volume going forward and make sure it acts right. If it does, you hold it. If it doesn't act right, in many cases you can take profits or or just cut the stock loose. Okay, coming up tomorrow, let's take a look at some earnings reports. We have earnings from Family Dollar stores and General Mills. Let's take a look at Family Dollar stores, of course, a discount retailer. This is a stock that, frankly, is not looking that good technically. 10-week line could be turning into major resistance for the stock. EPS expected to grow 23% from a year ago to 95 cents a share. Sales up 8% to $21.7 billion. We also have earnings from General Mills. We'll take a look at General Mills real quick. That's ticker GS. Let me pull up a daily chart for GIS. General Mills also out with earnings tomorrow. This is another stock that's below its 50-day moving average. Decent earnings growth expected there, up 27% to 52 cents a share. Sales up 3% to $3.68 billion. Shares down, looks like 4 cents to 37.21 ahead of the numbers. And shares of Family Dollar, that's ticker FDO, and trading at, let's get a quote on Family Dollar stores, up 1.3% to $53.03 a share. Not much in the way of economic data tomorrow, but on Thursday we have weekly jobless claims are expected to fall to 420,000 from 429,000 last week. The Chicago PMI is expected to fall to 54 from 56.6 last month. That's coming on Thursday. So that'll do it for Breakout Investing on a Tuesday. Appreciate you listening very much, folks. Don't forget about the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway. Our winner today was Alan Power from Ireland. You can register to win a free silver coin every day between now and Labor Day right on the homepage of TFNN.com. Have a great afternoon, folks.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The